Hello, we're running Gem Knights. We're going to look at our deck profile. Start off with 3 Alexandrite Dragons, because it's a better version of Gene Warped Warwolf, that's why. Next up, 3 Gem Knight Garnet. That's why. Finishing off normal monsters, we have 2 Gem Knight Tourmaline. Start off effect monsters with the thing that stops effect monsters. We run 1 effect Veiler. Gemini monster. Gem Knight Amber. He's okay. Don't have anything to replace him with, so... Gem Knight Lazuli. Only using 1. It's not that good. It's okay for fusion speed, but that's pretty much it. 3 Obsidians, because it can basically turn into Alexandrite Dragon or Garnet, which you're running because they're amazing. Last of the Gem Knight monsters is Gem Knight Sardonyx. Check out that DT Sardonyx. I'm happy with him. He's an okay Gemini. I don't really like him. Gem Turtle. Because... I'm not sure. Artuner, Karakuri Watchdog, Model 313 Sazin. His effect, this card must attack. When this card is targeted for an attack, you must change its battle position. And when it can't be destroyed while it's in attack position, and when you take damage from it, a battle from it while it is in attack position, it gains 800 attack and defense until the end of the turn. Next monster, Max C. I think that's self-explanatory. We're up against dragons. Next one, Grand Mole. I don't like Compulse. Grand Mole's monster Compulse. Next monster, Redox, Dragon Ruler of Boulders. Because he's Redox. I mean, who doesn't love Infinity Monster Reborns? Next card, 2 Rescue Rabbit. I picked up my second one at locals, and you can't use this deck without 2 Rescue Rabbit. It doesn't work. Sorry to all Gem Knight players that don't use Rescue Rabbit. 2 Summoner Monks. Because Summoner Monk is cool, especially with a spell card that cycles itself in. And wrapping up the monsters, we are using 1 Thunder King Ryo. Because it's Ryo. Spells, we're going to start Book of Moon. Look at that crappy condition Book of Moon. Isn't it awesome? Look at that. Dark Hole. A little better conditioned. More beat up. I had it for a long time. It's Dark Hole. It's still good. Different Dimension Reincarnation. Banishing that fast, you're going to want to get them back. And with Obsidian Infusion, it's free. Forbidden Chalice. This is a really good out to Ophion, which we'll talk about later. 3 Gem Knight Fusions. If you're not running 3 of these, you're stupid. I'm sorry to all Gem Knight players that think you can get away without 1. Heavy Storm. Not saying anything else about it. Monster Reborn, same thing. 3 MSTs. If I can grab them. Because MST is cool. Traps. Return from the Different Dimension. Royal Decree. Solemn Warning. Oh, you wanted an explanation of those. Fine. Return from the Different Dimension. I'm banishing enough that it's really stupid to not run it. Royal Decree. My main bad matchup is Plant Synchro and Evil Swarm, both of which run defensive traps. Yay! I'm not explaining that. On to the extra deck. We'll start out with fusions. We have 1 Gem Knight C-Train. Sorry, Gem Knight players that think he's good. I don't like him. 1, 2, 3 Gem Knight Prism Auras. Most builds I see only run 2 or 1 of him. That's stupid. He destroys things, and it's free. Come on, idiots. 2 Gem Knight Rubies. He can get rid of Lazuli by card effect. He can gain attack points. He pierces. What's not wrong with this? What is wrong with this thing? I don't see any issues. Gem Knight Seraphonite. Ooh, a GT rare. But, anyway, my Seraphonite, it's good for when you target Alexandrite with Rescue Rabbit. It's good for an extra normal summon. It's good for a Rescue Rabbit Shockmaster first turn. You can do pretty much whatever you want when you run this. Because Topaz is cool. 3 Zirconias, because Zirconia is really easy to summon and has a lot of attack points. For Synchros, we are running 1 Scrap Dragon and 1 very bad condition Stardust Dragon. Sorry, Stardust. Those 2 together, I don't know, just consistent level 8 Synchro summoning, so I thought I'd use the 2 best ones. 1 Gem Knight Pearl, and 1 number 16 Shockmaster for Xyz monsters. I know you're all thinking, why doesn't he run Laval Chain? Because Laval Chain is expensive, that's why. Let's go to side deck. Said we'd talk about Ophion. Well, here's the only thing I run in my side deck that consistently, that is made for stopping that thing. Yay. It doesn't consistently stop it. I don't know why I was going to say that. You got, for traps in my side, there are a lot of them. Bottomless. Goes in Match. Custom. Mask of Restrict. Mind's Drain. Royal Command. Royal Decree. Soul Drain. Stygian Dirge. Summon Limit. And the Emperor's Holiday. We want explanations for these traps? Of course we do. Vanilla Beatdown. Everything. Dragons. Dragons. Everything except Dragons in Prophecy. Everything except Dragons in Prophecy. Dragons. 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 I guess you guys know what my favorite deck is now. For spells, we're only running 2 inside. Poisonous Winds and System Down. Why Poisonous Winds and System Down? They don't make any sense. Nobody's using machine-type monsters. Dracosac. Seal Swarm Roach. Because, like I said, one of my main problems is plant synchro, so stopping synchro summons is really good. Alright. Moving past side deck, we're now up to the part of the video where I talk about why Gem Knights are broken and why Gem Knights are bad. Gem Knights are broken because of a hand loop caused by Gem Knight Obsidian, Gem Knight Fusion, and any normal monster. Probably 2 normal monsters. If you get this starting hand, or better starting hand would be you win. Now, Sparklin, a Redox, and a Mole, there's not much your opponent's going to do about that. So Gem Knights are broken. We know this. Well, at least I do. And I hope you do. Why Gem Knights are bad? They're all Earth. There isn't exactly a lot of Earth hate, but if you can focus on taking down one attribute, they're down. I mean, that's about it. They've got their fusion monster, so this little bugger can stop them. And because of how much they summon, this little bugger's a jerk too. Plus, that. And let's not forget their one main issue, a card I happen to side. I'll give you $30 if you can play around this in Gem Knights and still win. Just kidding. But, anyway, for your matchups, your bad matchups are obviously going to be evil swarms, such as Ophion. Not going to name any other names, elemental dragons, but Gem Knights should be able to hold their own against most things, especially considering how easily they can decimate a deck by getting a good first hand. If you open Rescue Rabbit Effect Veiler Fusion, you pretty much win the game. And why I'm not running Dracossack and Laval Volchain is because I don't have the money for that.